Hello Internet, Demagen here. Welcome back to ENDWALKER, where we are continuing, rather croakily, it seems, on with the main scenario quest. Lucia wants us to get people in from the cold. I assume you're curious about how matters have progressed here in your absence. Quite well, as it happens. Now that we've procured ceruleum from Tapper's den, the recently repaired heaters can provide much needed warmth. Furthermore, we've prepared sufficient food for everyone. Those from Tertium shall find a hot meal awaiting upon their arrival. There's one for you, so go ahead and get some well-earned rest. I believe that we're capable of wielding a ladle or two without your assistance. On your way, might I ask you to seek out your Stola? She was but recently attended to the wounded, but she's meant to be taking a rest herself. See that she is. Stola not doing as she's told? That'd be a new one. Yes, I've been taking proper breaks and imbibing sufficient water. But what of the Warrior of Light? You and the twins have an established history of reckless disregard for your own well-being. You're all fortunate that none of you landed yourselves in my care. I've already quite enough to deal with between the tempered and the first's wounded. Alas, though I can mend their bodies, the toll their experiences have taken on their hearts and minds is another matter altogether. For their sakes, we mustn't waver. But nor must we rush ahead in eagerness to see the day won, and in doing so invite disaster. Upon settling down for supper, several cutscenes will play in sequence. It is recommended that you set aside a sufficient time to view these scenes in their entirety. Well, handily, I've just started recording. Settle down for a restful supper. Yes, let us. This song always makes me think of Lena. It's Lise, isn't it? Look at them, all doing their bits.
Is that all of them?
The last of those who agreed to join us, yes.
We left heaters and provisions for those who wish to stay behind. They won't last forever, but hopefully they'll last long enough.
For now, I think everyone's earned a rest. We'll see to those in need of medical attention, so take the others with you and get yourselves some hot soup.
I've never understood why everybody in this game walks so slowly. Now that's a panning shot focusing on Euless. I wonder which way he's going to go. Because he could easily flip. You know, is he going to go mad with grief,
lust.
or is he going to join our side?
Marvellous, isn't it? All thanks to the resourceful machinists of Ishgard, I might add. On their behalf, I bid you warm yourself to your heart's content.
Hold on. Your people might have scribbled a few things on a piece of parchment, but it was our Minson Smiths that put the bloody things together.
Well, be that as it may, we single-handedly got the interior heating up and running again, didn't we?
The hells you did? We were there every step of the way.
We? You barely raised a finger to help, you ale-sodden reprobate.
I did a damn sight more than you lily-livered bilge rat.
Take that back.
Make me.
I will not stoop to your level.
This is not helping.
Here. At ease, man. There's nothing funny in it. I'm from Alamigo, but was a conscript until recently. Used to eat this with the officers.
Apparently, it's adapted from a steppe recipe. This is my first time trying it, and I have to say, it's not half bad.
Mmm. It's a bit too flavorful for my liking.
Perhaps compared to what you're used to.
They put a lot more animation budget into this.
It's the little things that make life worth living, don't you think?
I know this is not a dream, and yet... I felt the same way at the Dragon Song War's end. Every morning I would step outside and need to be reminded that it wasn't my imagination, that my world had been forever changed. And just as I had grown accustomed to the idea, again you change my world in ways I never thought possible.
And just smile about it.
Were it not for you and your fellow scions, the rift between man and dragon and myriad tribes might never have been bridged. The Grand Company of Eorzea, the Ilsabard contingent, we owe it all to you. We've shed many tears in recent days, of pain and sorrow, triumph and joy. I much prefer the latter.
Yeah. As do I.
I'm honored to fight by your side. As an Eorzean and Garlean both, I shall do all in my power to bring my peoples together.
It is a remarkable achievement. Everything that I and the Populares had hoped for, and more.
But it's not over
Would
yet.
that it had come sooner.
Indeed. Too many are not here to see it. And yet, there is a warmth in my breast, as if they still share in this moment.
Yes, I know what you mean. On a night like tonight, the wind and cold seem to pass me by.
And now things go wrong. No. Ah, it's glowy flower time. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. We're all protected, but... But there's a lot of people in this camp that aren't.
On behalf of the Valiant Empire, thank you for inviting me today.
Ah, shit.
What? Emperor Varus?
Oh, no. Never even thought about that.
being tempered. The talismans. Quickly.
Never even thought about that.
Save me, brave hero!
Oh, feck off, Van Daniel.
Ahem. My lord has requested your presence, and I would hate to disappoint him.
Oh. Oh. Yoinked. Okay, well, that moment didn't last. I didn't expect it to, but it didn't last. Well,
The
shit.
experiment was a success, but I fear our time is short.
What have you done, Van Daniel?
I shall begin the preparations.
Now,
What's going on?
it is time for you to awaken.
To food. Hi, Xenos.
Good morrow to you. Here, have a taste before it gets cold. Oh, but be sure to remove your helmet. Take a moment, too, to familiarize yourself with that borrowed flesh.
Borrowed flesh. What have you done?
So, how does it feel? I, for one, find those first moments within a new body to be most refreshing.
What the hell?
We had a Magitech engineer by the name of Aulus to thank for this method of soul extraction and implantation. I believe the two of you met briefly in Alamigo. His was a rather sticky end, wasn't it?
Oh, was he in the...
Thankfully, he was thoughtful enough to leave behind his mind-jack technology.
He was one... Was he one of the guys that was working on
I
Cryo?
took the liberty of making some improvements and selecting you as my esteemed test subject.
This is such a pain in the ass.
Come now. To us Asians, it is no different from trying on new clothes. Why not make the most of it by partaking in this fine cuisine?
It's interesting that he says to us Asians.
I must say, I have gone to great lengths to reunite you with my lord.
Except
When I
that...
discovered that his friend was in this neck of the woods, I suggested inviting you over for dinner. He never deigned to respond, but I took his silence as a resounding yes. Oh my! Daddy is pleased his grumpy little boy has finally found his playmate.
Daddy?
Exposition, isn't it? The Garlean Empire has long outlawed all forms of religion. No gods to worship, no risk of summoning. Brilliantly simple.
But
people being people must turn to something or someone in their hour of need. Who then?
Former emperor.
Why, His Radiance the Emperor, of course.
Have they summoned a primal version of the Emperor?
As you have observed firsthand, Garlemald has seen better days. The legendary Solus Zosgalvus, dead. Provinces near and far in open rebellion. Our bold new emperor assassinated. And that last one even sparked a civil war. What rotten luck. The people cried out for salvation.
Anima.
Their earnest pleas, one might even call them prayers, a supplication united for the Empire
Anima?
to reclaim her former glory. And so their will did manifest, channeled through the corpse of none other
So
than
this is why
Emperor
they're
Varys
hearing
himself.
Varys.
And lo,
It is
the
Anima.
Savior was born, the embodiment of the Garlean spirit, their anima.
Oh shit.
It calls to its subjects, compelling them to take up arms and fight.
And that's what's doing the tempering.
And just as the wealth and power gravitate towards the Empire's capital, so too does ether from every corner of the globe.
Jesus.
The towers with which you and your allies have been so preoccupied were created as an extension of Anima itself. An ingenious design. Would you not agree, my lord?
Does the pursuit of prey you have bested before excite you? Of course not. Absent the challenge, the thrill, your prize is a hollow victory. Butchery.
Yeah, they've put a lot of money into
Perhaps
motion
you think
capture.
that to be the extent of my promise. I have no doubt fallen in your estimation since Alamigo. Fair enough. But do not let your disdain deprive us, of an opportunity to craft an even more majestic moment of euphoria. I have been honing my craft as I set the stage for our reunion.
The problem is I don't care. Oh, that's just showing off.
Wheresoever there is suffering and despair, you appear to fulfill your duty as defender of this star.
Yes.
The chaos and destruction that my hordes have wrought are my gifts to you alone.
Make us stronger.
At a loss for words? No matter. As you will learn, I have only just begun.
Oh, will you not finish your meal?
There is only one thing that can sate my hunger. And it would seem my friend has lost her appetite.
They'd have to record that line twice.
I hoped this display of civility might prove an entertaining diversion. But clearly we are above such pretensions. While my lifeless body was in the possession of the Ascian, I too claimed another's as my own.
That's a nice trick.
It was an enlightening experience to fight in an unfamiliar form. Flaws and failings in my technique were plain to see. Whence rises one's true strength? The flesh? The soul? Perhaps you should like to discover the answer for yourself.
Is that why they put us in a different body? There we are.
Or together.
He's going to take over our body? I do not approve of this.
Oh dear! Whatever would happen if my lord were to greet your friends as you? I shudder to imagine what carnage he would wreak. We'd better hurry if we want to avert the bloodbath. You can thank me later for my general.
Oh, shite. Well, this has taken a turn.
Ah, there it is. Your camp, I believe. If I were to hazard a guess, I would say that you, the other you, is making her way there as we speak. Alas, this you will have to walk from here. Or run, if you can manage it. My lord would be cross if I made it too easy. Such ingratitude. I'd not squander this fighting chance. After all, you've obstacles enough to overcome.
So, how is this going to affect
Right
us?
on cue. Tempered soldiers, with standing orders to kill those not sworn to anima. Under normal circumstances, you would make short work of them. But on this occasion, the odds are not so heavily stacked in your favor.
So does that imply that the blessing of light protects our body as opposed to our soul? Because that doesn't make sense. But I suppose the levels are for our body. Our soul doesn't level up. I don't know. Okay. Unknown one. Wow, we've got some basic ass combos. Oh, and a timer. Borrowed flesh. Okay, so we've got a basic ass combo. But man, we are weak.
Not bad at all, given your diminished capacity. Nevertheless, 'twould perhaps be prudent to keep to the shadows, scurrying about like a rodent.
You may use medical kits to restore depleted HP. Huh, okay. This is great music to accompany this. And I love how much they're playing with things. It also explains why this place is so darned tricksy to navigate. Not going that way. Guess I can sneak down here. Ah, shite. Huh. So I'm trying to find my way to Uh-oh. Ah, screw you. Now I have to get rid of this guy. That's another blocked route. Oh, that's a hole. Oh, that's not actually a way that we can go. Oh, that's blocked as well. Shite. Oh, we've got 4 minutes of regen, which is nice. I assume these things just can't get to us. They're there more for scenery's sake. Let's use that. Magistrate Reaper's leg has been damaged. The weapon should still function. So we've got a... Oh. Hello. Okay. No, we can't go through that way, so we've got to do this. So there's more of a puzzle element here than I had realised. So we need to search some Reapers. Do. This is a really cool idea, frankly. Oh, that's a deceased Imperial. Who has a medical kit? We need to find... Death Claws. Thought they were going to turn around as soon as I started running through. Right, fuel concealing wreckage. Okay. It was this way, wasn't it? Okay. Refueling. Okay. Magister cannon. Diffractive cannon. Forward. Uh-oh. Oops, that was not me facing the right direction. So I do actually need to aim that. Disembark. I sneak. I sneak. No, shit. That's not sneaking, Dema. Oh, this is going to be awkward. Medical kits. Yeah, they're really shaking the gameplay up. You there, please help us. A bomb? There's some zoblins. I've got no stun or anything. Oh, there's a Yeti down there as well. Ow. Dead bear. Ow. An almasty. Ooh, cerulean tanks. Ooh, this is not good. Ouch. We've got no way of healing. Or AoE, or anything. Oh shit! I like the little roll animation that we had there. Unable to escape the blast, you begin to lose consciousness. Ready. Oh, shit. Tappity 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 tap 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 tap. You crawl to safety and regain consciousness. Oh. Oh dear. With the last of your strength, crawl. We're not going to make that. They're not going to make us crawl for 10 minutes. No, we're at death's door. We're going to die.
It is a miracle we were able to restrain the Tempered without suffering casualties.
A welcome one. Arun, Senna and the others have their hands full as it is. Thankfully, there are enough scales for everyone.
And what of Eulus? His symptoms were particularly severe.
They were, but others fared still worse, including some brought back from the Magna Glacius. As those in most desperate need take priority, it may be a while before he receives treatment. But rest assured that he will. In the meantime, we must find our missing friend. May the Fury guide you.
I mean, you'd think they'd see through any kind of ruse on Xenos' part.
Of all the bloody times for a disappearing act.
Right when the first wave struck, we'd be fools to think it a coincidence. But where even to begin the search? No one saw her leave in the chaos, and we've no trail to follow.
While I know full well she can handle herself, I worry all the same.
Lots of pronoun voice acting here. Oh.
Ah, speak of the devil.
Well, time to call off the search.
Case closed.
Yes.
That's her, over there.
Aye, 'twould appear so. Thou art struggling to perceive her presence?
I am. Perhaps, in the aftermath of the wave, there is some residual effect interfering with my faculties. But...
Where have you been? We've been worried sick.
Now. All's well that ends well. Are you all right?
Are you all right?
Nod.
Who are you?
Ha! Oh! Hi! Nice! Well done, us. Enough, Xenos. This is so dramatic.
Sadly, that is all we have time for today. The effect has run its course, and back to your own bodies you must go. But where are my manners? You have all traveled so very far, and I have yet to pay my respects. Though in my defense, I was ill-prepared to receive so many uninvited guests. As such, preliminary entertainments were in order. A handful of tempered soldiers to hamper your progress. Refugees to command your attention while I siphon the ceruleum from the shadows. Particularly effective, that. Charitable souls that you are, you bent over backwards to aid them. Heedless of the delay. Predictable to a fault. And so my plan approaches completion unhindered. Anima will soon have absorbed the requisite amount of ether.
That's not going to mean anything to these guys.
Then shall come the spectacle to end all spectacles. The eldest and most powerful of primals will awaken, and all shall bear witness to the final days.
He doesn't mean Zodiac, does he? Or does he? Wibble.
The gods themselves will be my meal. Your dear companions my dessert.
Nom.
Upon this world I'll feast, and death shall follow in my wake.
For he is the Reaper.
All your hate, all your rage, you will render unto me.
And scene. Well. Oh. Hello, Vitra.
Upon thy life's reel wind too many threads of fate, power, wheel enmeshed with woe. More terrible still is the attrition wrought upon thy companions, as they are swept up in the storm.
Yeah, echoing Vitra's words.
Take heart and protect them well. They will be your strength and your salvation.
Huh.
Thank goodness. She's awake.
Hi. That wasn't fun. Is everyone all right?
Perfectly fine, yes. I hope the same can be said of you.
Don't know.
Everything in working order? That's
Would seem so.
Oh, and before I forget, thanks for coming to our rescue.
Well, it took a while.
Given recent events, I would be surprised if you weren't feeling a bit poorly.
Yeah.
A hearty meal and a long rest would be my recommendation under normal circumstances, but these are anything but. If Van Daniel's boasts are to be believed, we must act quickly.
But to do what? What can we do?
Once you've blown away the cobwebs, we can discuss preparations for our
Oh, Tower of
assault on
Babel.
the Tower of Babel.
Is this going to be Dungeon 2? Is this going to be a trial with Anima? Anima's got to be a trial, right? Well, that was an awful lot of unexpected, frankly. Whatever that was, let's not do it again, eh? The body you were forced to inhabit turned cold and stiff the moment you were returned to your own. Perhaps the soul it belonged to is long gone. Let us pray it is so, for I doubt it would be better off in the care of Xenos or Fan Daniel. Are you certain that you're recovered? You mustn't push yourself, especially after an experience like that. I will require a detailed report on what occurred whilst you were not yourself. Continued, of course. I can wait until later, however. For now, it's enough that you've returned. No apology necessary, least of all to me. If anything, there's a strange comfort in knowing I'm no longer the only one to have been used as a villain's puppet. I pray you'll be the last. Yes, 'tis still you. My apologies, I realised too late that the ether emanating from the tower was distorting my perception. It was likely a temporary effect, but I remain wary. Full glad am I to see thee awake and restored to thine own flesh once more. You're certain you're well? Nothing out of place? No missing bits? Good. Oh, I won't push the same for Fan Daniel and Xenos after I'm through with them. How much must these people suffer before they're satisfied? How many cruel, pointless tricks must they play? Prelude to the final days or no, this ends now. Gateway of the Gateway of the Gods. Looks like we are heading close to a dungeon quest now, which means that we will continue on with that next time. That was 50 minutes. I've got to get my head around the fact that when it says there's going to be some cutscenes, it may well mean that there's a solo duty to go with it. Because I think that's the second time it's done that now. That was great fun. That was really good. Fun storytelling. Completely unexpected. They're really pulling out the stops for this. Really impressed with that. I just have to hope they stick the landing. Yeah, there's a lot riding on the landing at the conclusion of this tale. And of course, the tale does conclude in 6.0. This is the end of the story. This story. So we shall see what happens next time. Thank you very much for watching, folks. Hopefully you've enjoyed my reactions to this. I don't think I said a huge amount for an awful lot of that. But it was good. It was really good. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like, support the channel, and join me back here next time for some more Endwalker. Doodle pip. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, why not click the like button and consider subscribing. Remember, you can ring the bell notification icon to get notified when new videos go live. And until next time, cheerio.